Back on a different floor again today. I've got something different. Windows NT today. This is obviously Windows NT 4 workstation, and I've got the upgrade copy, so I might have to go through a little bit of trouble installing this when I get around to. But it is the CD-ROM version, and as you can see, Windows 95 interface NT power. This is obviously the retail version, so there's no service packs on it from what I can tell. Yeah, you got side just with the label on it again. This was sealed, by the way. I opened it this morning just to basically see what was inside, if it had everything, and it did, so making a video on it. Seems to be some sort of certificate of authenticity, even though it's tiny and has no serial key. The back's the main thing. The most powerful desktop operating system for business computing. Yeah, it definitely is. Microsoft Windows NT Workstation 4 combines the ease of use of Windows 95 with the power of Windows NT. Yeah, you can see this one has a start button. Windows NT 3.51 did not. It had the program manager, if I remember. There's a Windows 95 homepage link there. That Internet Explorer from, well, from what I can tell, 95 came with Internet Explorer 1, so I'd assume this was Internet Explorer 2, maybe 3. 2 or 3, it's definitely not 4 because it has that weird flag, and these buttons are a lot smaller. So over here, the internet. With Microsoft Internet Explorer and an internet service provider, you can access files on the World Wide Web as easy as you access internal network information. And there seems to be an asterisk there, but there's nothing else on the box to link to it. I can't see a single thing linking to that asterisk. So they are trying to hide something. Inbox. The Microsoft Windows messaging client is the universal inbox for communicating over the internet. MSN, the Microsoft Network, and other online services. And I believe Inbox is powered by Microsoft Exchange, not Microsoft. I never used Microsoft Exchange. I never really used Outlook either. I just used Hotmail when I found out about it. I've had a Hotmail account for a long time. Enjoy the enhanced usability. Okay, I assume that's just going on about the fact that it's got a start button and a desktop, and of course the buttons over here, and this tool strip, just the desktop in general. Internet and intranet options, yeah. If you don't know what intranet is, that's just it's an internal network basically. You'd get it at schools and offices, business places. High performance multitasking, yeah, I'd assume so because the specs on here are much higher than Windows 95. This bit's going on about the fact that it is true 32-bit and the fact that it can run Win16 programs, which I assume is Windows 3.1. You've got system requirements over here for any 486 Pentium or Pentium Pro system, a personal computer with a 486 25 MHz or higher processor, 12 megabytes of memory, 16 megabytes recommended. Well, the computer I'm intending to run this on is a Satellite, and that has 32 megabytes of memory. I might bump it up to 64 if I take some out of the Fujitsu, because that's just not working anymore. I might as well take the RAM out of it. 110 megabytes of available hard drive space. Yeah, I have a 1.51 gigabytes. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. CD-ROM drive has a CD-ROM and a floppy on top of each other. VGA, yep, it has VGA. It might be a cheap video adapter because it's chips and tech, but it still works. We got RISC, oh no, Microsoft mouse and any compatible pointing device. I know for a fact that the Eraserhead mouse is compatible because it even works on the setup program for Windows 95. And for a RISC based system, it's essentially the same stuff, just more RAM. You need 16 megabytes, it's not just recommended. So from my past videos you'll probably be like, oh my god, he's opening the box with one hand, let's just sit here for an hour. That's different with this box. Very easy to open. See how fast that was? Did it whilst I was talking. Here's obviously the Windows NT Workstation disk. There's a serial key for the upgrade copy if you really just want the upgrade copy. I don't know how good it's going to be trying to get a disk out of here. Oh, maybe not too bad. But yeah, it's a stylish disc, more so than the full copy of 98 that I've got. Well, the 3 full copies of 98 I have. Has a, you can see it here, Windows flag in the background. And again, I'm not going to try and put that in the case because that'll take an hour. We got some random floppy disk. I haven't actually figured out what these are for because they actually had data on them already, and that's not the previous owner of this copy because this was still sealed. So these are some random setup disks that it does ask you for them. It says put in the blank disk labelled Windows NT series disk version 4. That's what it says. But it just doesn't make any attempt to read the floppy disk or write to floppy disk, and just assumes that the disk isn't readable. It just assumes it, and I have checked, these have data on them, so I have no idea what that's on about, and it's kind of annoying. I need to figure this out. We got what looks like a different registration card. Yeah, register now. It's a very badly stretched arrow there. Why couldn't they just draw one? Alternatively, there's a very badly pixelated arrow. They have an obsession with the cursor being pixelated. Well, they didn't do a too bad job blurring out that button. Doesn't look too bad. But then you've got the arrow there, it kind of defeats the purpose of doing that. Thank you for choosing Microsoft products. If you haven't already used the online electronic registration wizard within the product setup, please take a few moments to register your software by completing and returning the form below. I'm obviously not going to do that because, judging by how old this is, oh, it hasn't actually got a address on it, so in essence I could look up their new address for the UK and send it in, but I don't know if I want to do that because I'm gonna have to rip this off. But I don't know, I might send it in, I might not, who knows. I don't know if I just get undeliverable mail or what. I'd assume I have. Oh, I will. What can we do to help? Technical support. Just obviously going through technical support. Answers are on the web. Again, it doesn't link to Microsoft.com/Windows when it should, because that does have info on it. Obviously, peace of mind. Oh, this is just saying you have a legal copy when you send them it. Even though it's apparently not legal, even though you went to the shop and bought this, it clearly is. Anyone can print off a registration card and send it in. It's limited warranties. Alright, just telling you about specific places and their warranties. Your guide to service and support for Microsoft back office and family products. It's just telling you, I think it's just telling you resources to get information. Microsoft TechNet, Pressbooks, authorized support centers, Microsoft consulting centers. Yeah, essentially just places you can go to get information. Why don't you just go on Google? Hardware compatibility list. Yeah, Windows NT. This is. I have watched a number of videos on unboxings and stuff, and I have seen this before, a hardware compatibility list, not this specific one, but as you can see, it is in fact a ton of computers. They've just gone through and checked if it's compatible with Windows NT 4. Of course, this isn't going to be every computer compatible, because there were ones after this book was manufactured, printed. Because you can see here, the Satellite ones only go up to 110 CT, when I know for a fact the 320 CDT is compatible. So there's no point complaining about that, because that was made 2 years after. Actually, is this 1996 or 97? I can't remember. Subsidiary information. Maybe I could get the address from here. Maybe this would be too different. Here's a last thing in here. Obviously, it would be the Start Here manual with incredibly crunched up text. That's something they want to do here as well. You can see that is Arial black, but it's just scrunched up to make it look slightly different. And this is in black and white. That isn't a weird camera trick I've got going on. Yeah, this may come in handy for anything if I might get confused, and that is a very good drawing of a horse for MS Paint. Very good. Unless you use a tablet. Yeah, you got a control panel. It looks very different from today. So that is everything that comes with Windows NT 4 Upgrade Edition. And there you go, there's a cool CD again, including these random floppy disks that have no purpose. So I'll be seeing you in the next video. I probably will be doing, it's most likely I'll be doing a hardware related video, but I won't promise that, because I have a lot of stuff that's come that is software. So I'll be seeing you then. Bye.